Oh, man, I love you guys so much.
I love you.
We're here, dude. I fucking love everyone in this room. I love everyone listening.
Breakfast.
Yeah, we did. I like 12 o'clock's like the prime of my day, man. I feel great.
It's usually when I'm just waking up.
Really?
Yeah.
You just parting the crust. You just parting the crust on your eyes.
Another chance to be great. Every
tired.
day I wake up just like, wow, another opportunity.
What time do you think Kings woke up?
Probably noon, yeah.
You think they woke up at noon?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. Actually, no, back then probably everybody woke up like with the sun.
Yeah, like 4 and 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude,
What do I mean back then, dude? We still have kings.
we do.
Kings today definitely wake up at noon.
They're just called billionaires.
Yeah.
People are like, well, I don't like them. It's like, welcome to being a peasant, dude.
True.
Yeah, we've hated them forever.
Yes.
People who have all the money, you're like, hey, fuck that guy. It's fine. They're just kings. I want people to get into billionaires. Just being like, forget the politicians. Let's go straight to the billionaires and be like, dudes, what can we do for you? I'm a mercenary. What do you want me to do?
Like serfdom.
Stop pretending. Let's stop throwing geezers up against each other. Let's go straight to Bezos, straight to whoever else. I'm like, yo, you guys have all the money. What do you want us to do? Just be honest.
That is fair.
You're obviously ruling this country.
I don't even think we need to ask. I think they're just doing.
Yeah.
They're just telling us.
Yeah, let's go ship packages.
Yeah.
We'll give you $16 an hour in benefits. Like, all right, thanks.
Sweet.
Appreciate that.
Toit.
We get some more vacation? And they're like, no, and then we kill them.
I need to go to Sandals, you motherfucker.
I need to go to Mar-a-Lago, dude.
Set fire to his compound and run in there, dude.
Well, it's got to be so hard to dethrone these guys now. If you're a tech billionaire.
Set fire to a compound and then just the whole squad running in is great.
Yeah.
Like I would watch any of those like embassy movies where people just storm an embassy. Mm-hmm. They all die. They all get like massive numbers of them get hit.
For sure.
Like at the gate, like which is someone with like a rubber machine gun.
That's what a general is.
Rubber
a general
bullets.
is someone who can find people who they're like, look, guys, here's the plan. Like, you guys go in first, all right? And then we'll be in later.
Yeah, you go in there and get them.
You guys, we're going to drop you off first.
You're the true heroes.
Yeah. And if you do it, we'll send you to community college for free.
Yeah. But it's great. Like all the time, like in like Black Hawk Down and all those, like it's just like a dude running and like spraying an AK and then sprinting, like just like wildly, like oh fuck. Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Big
man.
weekend.
Oh, dude, huge weekend.
Big weekend.
Dude, I'm fucking, you're grinding me out, dude.
I'm hurting. Helium weekends.
Oh, yeah.
Helium weekends kill me.
I don't know how you even add partying to that mix. Just for me, staying up till 12 is enough to like completely fuck me up.
Helium weekend, that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we added a Sunday show. That was a 4-day bender, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yesterday was
It was party time.
Yesterday was a day of rest.
What'd you do Where were you yesterday?
Complete day of rest. Me and Bezer.
So you've been crashing at the Beezers.
Last night I did, yeah. I had a hotel, and then last night.
Oh, I got you.
Last night, living room at Bezer's.
How's that sleep? What's the sleep quality you working
Pretty
with there?
poor.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty poor. So that didn't help. But I did lay on the couch all day.
True.
Which was nice.
That's not bad.
And that's nothing to the bees. The bees is right there with you.
True.
There's 2 couches. There's an L-shaped
I've
couch.
seen it,
So me
yeah.
and the bees just laid up.
It's a perfect setup.
From like noon till fucking like 3 a.m. It's crazy.
That is a perfect setup. That house is specifically like set up, like design-wise, for just 2 grown men to just recover
Yes.
from hangovers.
Yes.
All
That's
day
what it's
long.
built for.
It is.
And it's like there's no judgment zone. It's
No.
a no judgment zone.
Really, that's why you don't want to come to my house.
You lay on the couch for 12 hours, everyone's like, sweet, nice. No, I'm not going to your house. Having someone be like, well, let's go for a walk or something.
True. No, you can stay. You can stay on the 3rd floor. You can stay up on the 3rd floor.
True, I could.
I would just bring you a bowl of soup and water every like 4 hours.
That would be incredible.
Fucking awesome.
Man in iron mask.
Jackson on your bed.
I could just be up in a tower.
There's a TV up there. Next time, just recoup, dude. You'll just be left alone.
No, I can't have girl energy.
True.
I cannot have girl energy.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
There's
in my
Bay.
A lot of girl
Yeah.
energy in my house.
I need no women.
True.
Kyla also stays in her chamber.
You keep
The 3 of us. It's like we get cryogenically frozen. It's like we're space travelers. Someone Dorian will like stir through the house. I'll be like, shut the fuck up.
Silence that.
Silence him.
Dude, I had
I just taunt the Bezer the whole time though.
Do you really?
I think he's tired of me coming over. Literally, he just lays there. And I'm like, "What are you doing over there?" He's like, Fucking shut up. And then I just start threatening him with homosexual threats. I'm just like, dude, you better fucking start talking to me.
Acts of sexual aggression.
I'll come over there and give you a fucking oral cream pie. I got threatening him with oral cream pie.
He's just sitting there like, ew, dude.
He's on his phone and like, shut the fuck up. Although, Bezer does love every fart.
True.
That's something that's enjoyable because I was hitting him yesterday.
Really?
Hitting him out of the park, and every time he'd be like,
So not so much on the threats of homosexual violence, but on the farts, he's like, oh, nice.
The threats of, sexual assault. I was threatening, for about 10 hours, I threatened to sexually assault everybody in the house. I kept being like, yo, let's go in and hold Dorian down and fuck his face.
Well, it's funny, when you're hungover, you are pretty horny.
I wasn't horny enough to take Dorian.
You weren't horny enough to take down Dirty Deeds?
No. I should have taken the deeds down, though. I could just go in, forearm to the back, prone bone.
Choke him out with a snake. Take his snake in his fucking... You should tie his wrist to the bed with his own constrictor.
True.
Then fucking have your way.
I was thinking about giving him a fart cream pie. Just holding his mouth open, an oral fart cream pie.
On Dorian's wedding night, you should do like the guy from Braveheart,
Prima nocta?
but just fuck Dorian.
Yeah, I do have a prima nocta rule.
You just fuck the husband.
Where I fuck the husband.
Damn, a gay like Duke must have been terrifying back then.
Oh.
Came and fuck your husband. Like, you can't have my wife, and he's like pushing you down.
That's not
like,
what I'm here
I
for.
told you can't have my wife. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, fine, have me if you will, but you won't have my wife.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, a gay Duke taking prima nocto. I think it's called prima nocto. When you fuck the husband, it's called primo nocto. It's masculine sounding.
Yeah, true.
The Spanish language has to get it together with that, dude. That pisses me the fuck off how they have gendered language. Fucking hate that
Yeah,
shit.
it sickens me.
Hate that.
It sickens
They
me.
should go back. They should cancel all the dead languages, dude. Latin. Fucking bullshit.
It is bullshit. We are pretty much canceling all the languages, though.
For sure.
The rest of the world learns English.
Pretty much,
And
dude.
they fucking better, dude.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah.
Otherwise, you can't do business.
True that.
When the American businessmen come,
Yeah.
you better pay respect and speak their language.
Pretty
What's
much-
funny is the rest of they all like resent us for that. Mm-hmm. They're all like fucking idiots, can't even understand our language. We gotta learn theirs. It's like, no, you have to learn ours.
True.
Because we're the best.
True that. It's like, yeah, don't learn it, dude.
Yeah, go ahead, don't learn it. See what happens.
See if I care. If you come to my country, I'll just angrily demand that you speak English immediately.
I'm gonna hold you against the wall. Be like, you better speak it.
I'm not taking your burger orders because you're not saying it properly. That was funny when the cheesesteak place took a stand on, like, he was like, I know it'll be a good thing to drum up business. And he was like, goddamn Mexicans. And it was just like, oh, fuck, shit, backfired.
Oh, man.
That whole area he's in, it was the Italian market. And now they call it the Mexican market because it's just Mexicans down there with, like, little tiendas and stuff.
Nice.
And nice little, throw that in a little vocab.
I heard it.
So, yeah, the Italian market easily...
Some taquerias.
Dude, the Mexican market crushes the Italian market. Sorry, I got to say it.
I mean, that's
Italian
just...
market is just like, hey, I got some fish. I got some.
True.
It's like a sausage shop, which pretty tight. But dude, the Mexican dudes came in. They're like, yeah, we'll make you a birthday cake for like 1/20th of the fucking price. I think everyone else is charged.
Yeah,
they're pasteleria, bro. Come on. I'm full support of the Mexican mart. Hot sauce.
You've been a supporter. I remember you used to drive down there and get tacos pretty consistent.
I've been lads over Goomba since day one.
I'm in complete agreement. Couldn't agree more. Lads are so much better than fucking Goombas. Goombas stink. Goombas are like mean.
True.
The lads are like, they're just
humble as hell, hardworking.
They're the best.
Yeah, the problem with you get an Italian dude and he tries to like Gomorrah his way to the top of every phone calling place, dude. He's like, hey, what do I got to do around here?
Yeah, so the cheesesteak guy just put up a sign one day, right, that was just like, you better speak English.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also a dick. They were dicks. If you would go down there, there was like a very specific language. You'd be like, I need like.
Which one was it?
I think it was
Geno's.
Geno's.
It was Geno's.
I think his son got in trouble too about that or something.
I think I knew it. Remember, was it his son that came to?
One of them came through and was like hooking up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he used to come.
I think it was
to the comedy
Gino.
show. Maybe it was
or
Pat's.
Gino's son.
Pat's. Yeah, it might have been Gino Jr.
Whoever the like soft. He looks like he's a character on like Pawn Stars.
Yeah, that's
what
what he do.
That's Tony Luke Jr.
Oh, that was TL. Yeah,
I think it was Voss's weekend and like two different
Two different
cheesesteak warlords.
I think it's not even like you could have like an impeccable diet.
At first, Boss didn't know why they were coming. Like he wasn't like boys with them.
Yeah,
2 different famous Philly cheesesteak dudes came through. Would come in the green room, and then the second guy that came through, Boss is like he just like was standing next to me, and he was like, "What the hell are all you guys coming in here for?" He wasn't like excited.
Well, if you own a cheesesteak place, you can have like the best diet in the world, but just being around the production of cheesesteaks and the grease and the fryers, it will immediately just devolve you into a Pawn Star. You'll lose your top hair and your hair will just grow long in the back, dude.
You become a Pawn Star. That's what happens. It's like a hog. It's like a pig that goes wild. After 24 hours, you grow tusks.
Oh yeah,
it's nuts.
Yeah, dude, you just lose weight. You get like one gold tooth.
Gain.
Do they gain?
The Pawn Stars?
It's either fat or skinny. There's no middle
ground.
True. Either
That's
your organs start to fail and like your body doesn't accept. Your body just passes fat straight through your intestines. Yeah. But yeah, dude, those dudes, man, if you're around like a fryer like that all the time, it fucks you up.
Dude, if I worked, I mean, it'd be impossible not to just munch cheesesteaks. That's the other thing,
dude. Yeah, dude, fries fresh out of a fryer.
Best.
And the fries, dude. You're eating a fry a minute every single day of your life.
Walking by. Well, we gotta get these Mexicans out of here, right? Just keep fucking munching fries.
I could barely understand that guy. It's like, dude, you have 2 things on your menu. Just let him play.
Yeah.
I don't know what type of cheese to put on it. It's like that guy will definitely not complain.
I remember that. The first time I came to Philly as like a kid.
Yeah.
I was intimidated. Big city.
Exactly.
And then you go to this cheesesteak place and they're like, what the fuck do you want?
Yeah.
Like they're like mean about it.
Well, it's like, you're like, can I get a cheese? You mean a whiz whiff, blah, blah.
I know.
Like, all right, dude. It's like, nice cheesesteak language with 4 fucking
like, can I get
words.
it without peppers? Like the peppers are in there.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I guess I'll have peppers.
All right, damn.
I was like 9. I was like, I don't want this. Just fucking assholes. They're the Goombas, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Now you run into a humble lad?
Humble lad, dude. It's like, can I get that on corn? No problem, dude.
No
Double
problem.
corn.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Dude, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You get people stoked on their fucking shitty sandwiches, dude, and all of a sudden they're busting into comedy shows being like, here, I demand you acknowledge it. It's like, dude, you're a pizza shop owner. Get out of here.
Yeah. Good.
I don't bust
it's about time we're giving these guys
I don't bust into fucking pizza shops and go behind the counter. I'm like, hey, you ever hear my fucking podcast? Hey, guys, what's going on? I brought you a tape.
Yeah.
Here's my phone.
Yeah, I got some stickers. Here's some merch. Check out the pie. It's top 200 sometimes.
We should start doing it.
Every once in a while, it's like top 200 on iTunes, so check it out.
I just don't like when people fucking take down the lads, dude.
No.
It's like, if you ever work, especially you work construction with them, dude, I mean, again, I did demolition. You just like, they just fucking go, and you're just like, God, I love that you're here. They're like, I'll be like, you guys get, I'm like, here.
It would be bad, though, if the lads ever turned on you.
They don't, dude.
They could, though.
I mean, they could.
I mean, they do. If you watch like the news, if you Google, what happens when the lads go bad?
True.
Some bad lads, they cut your head off.
True,
dude.
but there's a lot. They have a lot of honor, dude.
Ton of honor.
If you're being a total pussy, they'll turn on you. Like they'll turn on you instantly.
Yeah.
But if you go down there, dude, and you just like you chill, you don't try to big time them. A lot of people try to big time the lads, and they'll act humble, but dude, behind the scenes,
they see right through.
I know a couple words of Spanish. I know they just call you gay, and they go back to doing their work. Yeah, I'm glad we got that sorted out, man. The Tony Luke's controversy from 2004.
It's important for us to cover that. A lot of people, but yeah, dude, that Helium Weekend, like,
oh my god, dude.
Takes it out of me, like. And then the best was this is one of the first times like the squad was there, like buzzing around. Everybody was on their bullshit. That one over there. Mr. Life of the Party over there. Life of the Party La Mer.
Man.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm good. I'm okay.
I think the best ass showing was Bezer's Thursday night. That was a Thursday night special. Dude.
Kicked off the week, dude.
So
with a full moon, dude.
Complete ass out. Thursday night, for show 1, Bezer, these 3 girls came in that I was friends with. And one of the waitresses at Helium, well, I don't think she's even a waitress there now.
Yeah.
But she was like...
Businesswoman, go ahead.
She jokingly was like, oh, great, Brian brought 3 people in. Yep. Just like, clearly just trying to be nice and like fuck with him slightly to be like, hey, Brian, how are you?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, great, Brian brought 3 girls in. And he goes, I didn't fucking bring in shit. And he spazzed. And everyone's like, yo, chill. He's like, no, fuck that, dude. She's not going to fucking lie about me. And then he stormed out. He stormed out. Oh, it was great. Dude, the next day, being like, man, you owe her an apology. And he was like,
I didn't get any fights with anyone. I'm like, you kept saying, I didn't realize he was even drunk. Because Bezer can be pretty drunk and be really low key.
Thursday, I wasn't that bad. So normally if Bezer's hammered, I'm right there with him.
Yeah.
So I got to witness the bees.
Well, Bezer is pretty experienced. And he's like good at being drunk. So the only way you can tell if the Bezer's truly drunk, you got to get him in a lift. And he starts doing like, what's up, dude? He'll start talking shit to the driver. Yeah, you're like, oh, fuck, he's hammered.
Oh, man, I forgot about that. He hasn't done that in a while. That used to be a calling card, dude. When we were, we all lived together, Bezer would hop in.
That's when I would know. I'd be like, oh shit, Bezer's lit. Like, Bezer's fucking lit. Like, what's up, dude?
Where are you fucking from? Like, oh, no. He'd go full Tony Luke's. Yeah. He'd be like, yo, if you want to come in here, you better speak English.
But yeah, I didn't know he
like roll the window down and like yell at somebody on the street.
Dude, I do want to film a thing of you driving around Drexel and Penn's campus and just reminding people to social distance
and to check their fucking
privilege. See students, like even if they have their masks on, like they're talking, just go around like, hey guys, come on, dude, we're surging.
Hey, do your part.
Can you guys back the fuck up, please? Stop being fucking
this
selfish.
Is actually a POC neighborhood. They're affected the most, and right now you're being selfish.
Yeah, I was driving by a couple students, and they all had their masks on. We're talking. I'm like, God damn, that'd be so funny to pull up.
That was like my
hey guys,
favorite
social
thing.
distance. Oh, dude,
we would drive through Drexel and just be like, "Pardon me, could you check your fucking privilege right now?" And people would get so upset. Excuse me.
Hey, you. Oh, it was so, dude.
Pardon me.
I think that might be the hardest. That was like top 10 hardest ever laugh. Just seeing like a 23-year-old girl be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
people would stop initially and be like, "Oh shit, what's my privilege doing?"
Yeah. Could you check your fucking privilege real quick for me?
So
drive off.
So fucking
got him.
Like, hey guys, excuse me. Check your fucking privilege.
I've just been stoked on threatening Bezer with oral cream pies.
Well, it was funny. I didn't know he was really even drunk. I thought you were just fucking with him. And then he's like, I didn't get in a fight with anyone. I'm like, no, you definitely got in an argument.
Yeah.
Like, you spazzed on that lady. And he was like, I don't remember that. I'm like, oh, so you were fucking hammered.
Yeah. And then he did apologize to her, and she was like, no, I don't care. I mean, she didn't care. She didn't care. But then when he apologized, and she was like, oh, I don't care. He was like, fucking Matt and Shane fucking lying to me, those motherfuckers. So he thought we set him up.
I mean, we did.
He was heated for like 3 days.
Was he really?
Yeah, dude. The Bees was grumpy for a while.
He was heated up.
And then like day 2 or 3, he fucking went back to classic Bees. But for some reason, like Thursday, Friday, we had grumpy bees. Salty Beezy, dude.
Every now and again, you get a grumpy. We had a pickled Bees.
Every once in a while, you get a grumpy Bees just milling about, dude. He's gonna be mad when he hears this. Don't fucking stop talking.
He is the best, dude.
He is. He genuinely is.
He's so fucking funny.
Dude, no one else would do. Like yesterday, I needed that day of rest, and just. There's no one else that would have done. Like he literally just laid. Me and him just laid there.
He's an honorable innkeeper, dude.
He is.
He's
an absolute.
He's like,
honor.
yes, there is. There's vacancies. One sofa.
Yeah, vacancies up.
There's one sofa and our crustiest blanket.
Oh man.
Yeah, Bees is. They broke the mold, dude. When they make the Bezer, he's the last of a dying breed. He man. Is. Fuck, dude. I had quite the night last night, man. I know it's kind of disgusting when married people brag about their sex life.
Oh no, dude, ew.
Dude, here's the thing, dude. A little glimpse into my world. So I'm laying there. I'm tired, dude. Because again, I got hit with allergies myself. So I'm like, I've been staying up late because of the shows.
Maybe we just both got COVID.
Probably.
Like
whatever.
Major allergy attack.
Yeah, but Trump told me not to be afraid. Trump told me not to be afraid of it, so I'm not getting tested. So
True.
I saw. So I'm sitting there and. I'm like, I just like to read my book every night before I go to bed. I'm like, that's like my favorite thing. I'm reading the Overstory. Busted out some sick facts from the Overstory at the live cast. And, Bay wants to have sex. And I say, we'll have some fucking, whatever. We'll have some sex. But it's funny for a second there. I'm starting to get so old where I'm like, I really want to read my book before bedtime. This. So, dude, we have, it was fun. But this is the whole point. This is the only reason I'm telling the story. At one point, dude, I swear to God, I heard what I thought was a yes out of her, and I was like, I almost started laughing, dude. It was a deep yes. It was like yes, and I was like, bad. So I was sitting there just like, holy fuck, try not to laugh. I almost got a yes.
You gave her that dumb dick.
I almost got a yes.
You knocked some autism into her.
I almost got a yes, dude. Or I was like, I was pulling it a little bit out.
Yes.
Dude. Yes. But then, nice. So we're laying there afterwards, and she started fucking like I was calling it my horse.
Telling you about her favorite dinosaurs?
No.
Just classic pillow
She
talk.
started petting. I was calling it my horsetail because I was laying with my back to her, and she started just like stroking my ass hairs, and I'm like, "Get off my fucking horsetail, dude!" So she just sat there. Dude, that's when you know when you get a yus, dude. You get your horsetail petted.
Ew.
Just petting my horsetail, dude.
Horsetail hair is the grossest hair ever, dude. You ever accidentally like touch your taint's hair? We talked about it. It feels like it's like been burnt. It's like it's crazy.
Dude, it probably does get burnt.
Mine's in a sauna down.
Dude, it's like those microbes that get like they're like what lives like miles below the ocean. That's taint hair, dude. It's the only thing that can withstand the gases.
Yes, dude. The primordial soup.
Dude, from like your balls to your ass is basically like Pluto's surface. It's totally unlivable.
Kills
But yeah,
everything.
so I got my horsehair petted. And I'm like, fuck it. I got a yus and
you
my
gotta
horsehair.
shave your horsehair.
Nah,
you gotta
dude.
do something. If you can from behind prone horse pit.
She's just fucking running her fingers through my horsehair, dude.
Oh,
So I was
damn.
like, what are you doing? Instantly, as soon as like her hand's anywhere near my butt, I'm like, stop. What are you doing?
Yeah, of course.
She's like, relax. I'm just relax.
yeah.
I'm like, you touching my horsehair, babe? She's like, what are you talking about? And I like instantly, I was like, hold on a second. Leaned over to my phone. I was like, oh, horsehair. I'll have to remember that. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm writing a note. I'll be just relax.
Horsehair.
Man.
Horsehair is good.
That's a
It's
horse-
good terminology.
That's what it is, dude. That's when I'm my most creative, dude. After I've just fucking
You've
crumbed
released.
so loud, dude.
After you've released.
Dude, it was full. I was full. You know, not to compare myself to the uncle from Rewind, who was the opera singer. I was thinking about that too the other day, dude. Remember that show? Remember that movie I told you about where the guy like molested? But the top of the molestation was the fucking opera singer uncle, and it was like, dude, I was like, I think it was before I was going to the show. I was like walking. I started thinking about that movie, and I started thinking about that guy singing opera for like thousands of people. Like, you just fucked your nephew, and then you're like, it's fucking terrifying, dude. That's like Greek tragedy shit.
It is insane.
That's crazy.
Fucking
And then
kid,
your uncle
go
calls you
perform.
out, and you're like, fucking asshole. What's wrong with that guy? Dude, fuck your
I
nephew.
didn't watch it. I watched the beginning of it, and I don't know.
Dude,
I couldn't get into a serious when I tried to watch it.
What do you mean?
I tried to watch the show you're talking about.
What do you-
I have not watched it.
Oh, you don't have to.
When I
wouldn't
tried
recommend
to
it.
watch it, I just wasn't in the mood at the time for something serious.
Oh yeah, it's a very
You know,
serious.
and I saw like it opened with like home video footage of like pedophiles like creeping around. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it's fucked up.
I'm not watching this, dude.
There's
That's too much.
You don't need to. It is a fucked up movie, but I got like the mental image of that uncle just on stage, thousands of people, and he's just full like heat, the pinnacle of the opera. And
I mean,
he's
that's
just-
also. I mean, Sandusky. Sandusky would be out there winning bowl games.
True.
Be out banging kids and then getting carried off the field. Just like we did it. We did it. We're number one.
fucking just looking from the top, just like
Yeah.
standing. Oh,
Oh, dude, I watched.
terrifying.
Bezer was watching Boardwalk Empire, so I watched that with him.
Yeah.
Nucky Thompson, the main character in that, it was like a procurer of children for the old boss of Atlantic City. Like that was his, And this was, I mean, I saw it the first time, and back then, pedophilia.
Well, that's back when. Yeah, it's back when kids were fair
This is
game.
back in like 2015, so you could fuck kids.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
That's before fucking kids got political.
But yeah, that was.
Damn,
I was
dude.
like, man, he deserved to die.
Was that Steve Buscemi was
Yeah,
Nucky?
Steve Buscemi,
He was
which
a procurer.
can't believe they made him like a mob boss. He was pretty bad at it.
When yeah, I could see that.
It was pretty bad. I thought that show ruled, and then I rewatched it.
That's kind of what mob bosses look like in real life, though.
Yeah.
Pretty jacked up looking dudes. So whenever
Yeah, of
you ever
course,
see
of
like
course.
Blow, and then they show the real guy, you're like, oh Jesus
Oh
Christ.
yeah, of course. Yeah. Anyway, I mean that's literally everything they remake.
True.
They're like, here's the movie character, and then you look up who the people
Yeah.
are. I did that last night. I watched Comey, James Comey. There's a thing on Showtime about Comey.
Really?
Who was the head of the FBI, and it's fucking sick. It's really good.
Yeah.
But it tricked me. It tricked me pretty well because I was watching it and I was like, man, fuck Trump. Like this is, and then I had to remind myself, like, all right, this is a show, but it kind of makes sense because like Trump kept calling him after he got elected and was like, "How are things?" Like he just kept and like, oh, dude, they made Obama like a 24-year-old. It was very weird. Like the people they cast for everybody, like Obama was like a young 24-year-old black dude.
Strange.
Like, wait, why? What is this? This
Yeah,
doesn't
he got
make sense.
geezer-fied through the.
Oh.
He looks old as fuck.
But then Trump came in. At the beginning, Obama and Comey meet up, and because Obama appointed him head of the FBI, and he was like, all right, we can't be friends. That's how this works. President and head of the FBI can't be boys. We should separate. But then when Trump gets elected...
Sounds like something boys would do.
True. And it's true. But then when Trump gets elected, he immediately is just like, you're with me, you're loyal, right? You're very loyal. Yeah. Like Comey, and he kept being like, Comey was like obsessed with the law, and he was like, I'm loyal to the truth. I cannot be... Like, he just kept doing it, and Trump was like, that's great.
Who played Trump?
Like, Brendan Gleeson.
Really?
And he did great. He looked exactly like him. It's pretty good. But
so they're already making movies about this?
Yeah, it's on Showtime. It's good. It's actually good.
Wow.
It was actually really good. But at one point, so just the way Trump talks off the screen when he's talking to people is how he talks.
Yeah.
Like and I never even put that together. That's how he would talk. Like during a meeting, he'd be like, well, we did win the election. Like just like bragging about like Hillary, she ran a terrible campaign. People said she didn't. like while he's getting briefed.
Yeah.
And then at one point he calls this dude who was Comey's replacement, whose wife actually ran some political position for the Democrats and received $1 million from the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah. Oh, they threw that in the show?
Shouldn't be the head of the FBI, just saying. But
wait, so they threw that in the show?
Yeah.
Were they throwing it in to be like, this is fucked up, or they were just like...
No, they're throwing it in to be like, so what? Like, who cares? It's not a big deal. They always do that in these fucking things. But Trump calls him the night of, and he's like asking, he's like, who did you vote for? Did you vote for me? To the head of the FBI. And he's like, I voted Republican every year my entire life except this year. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's great. Why don't you, you know what your problem is? It's your wife. Why don't you ask her what it's like to be a loser? Because she lost her election. She hangs up on him, and it's like, God damn, I wonder how accurate that is. If he's just that big of a motherfucker behind the scenes.
Just calling people?
Yeah, and like, they were like, maybe, yeah. Did you vote for me? Did you vote for me? I don't know, it was making me laugh.
That is hilarious. It also is weird that that's already a TV show. Usually the things come out like 8, 5, 6 years later, but like rushing to production and being like, here, we're going to cover a current event and do like a, unsolved.
But the whole thing was about like Russia getting him elected. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, what has Russia gained? Now that there's some time between now and 2016.
Yeah. Like,
was Trump an FBI, not an FBI, a fucking Russian, like what did Russia get out of the last 4 years of Trump? Like, did anything good happen for them?
Well, from their
I don't know.
True. Well, if you read about the what the fuck's it called, like the informational warfare, that the idea is for other countries to like start dividing populations from outside to like find little things.
Yeah, they did cover that. They were like, they did split us in half, pretty good.
Yeah, it was
nice,
pretty nice.
Good for them. Big win for the Ruskies.
I mean, every now and again, we'll have the
Lena Dunham's, Alana Glazer, those types of girls.
Yeah, Lena Dunham's.
Russian assets.
Big time.
Absolutely dividing the population.
Yeah, or you're just in Russia and you're like, I just want to make these guys fight and fuck each other over. But I don't know. I mean, then again, it's like, who the fuck? Who knows, man? But
fun times.
That is a bit. I do see, again, I've said before, that there was a guy who came and claimed he started the AIDS thing. That like the government, the Russian guy he like defected and he was like, yeah, that was us. We started that. It's like, fuck, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're like, dude, we're propagandized into a fucking oblivion.
For sure. Yeah, I know that.
You turn off the news and then like, what do I have to watch? And it's like, here's the James Comey story. And you're like, oh, sweet, thanks.
Yeah. And then like they're showing it to you as if certain things did happen, like accusations. Like they show flashes of Trump and 2 prostitutes in Russia pissing on a bed.
Tight.
Like where they're like, this did happen.
Yeah.
Like here's the true story. And you're like watching it and then like I'm sitting there like, oh yeah, that must have happened.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course, dude.
It's like, it's in the movie. I saw it.
I mean, dude. They also, if you read another news source, they were like, "Oh, we've proved definitively that actually that whole RussiaGate thing was a conspiracy." And in all honesty, that Biden and his son actually did this. And then they're like, "No, they were totally undocumented."
Yeah,
so it's you just have 2 alternate realities going on at the same time right now. And every now and again, everyone gets riled up and they see each other and they're like, "Let's fucking fight to prove who's." It's fucking religion. It's like back in the day, it was like God's this, no, God's that, and then people would meet and kill each other, and then whoever won, It's just it's their view of reality, and people are trying to fight to make it right. And it's like,
I didn't realize the piss bed was on where Michelle and Barack would stay in the hotel when they visited Russia.
Oh, really?
That's where Trump was allegedly.
Yeah,
and that's where he had 2 hookers piss on him on a bed.
And then
that
Michelle-
was Michelle and Barack's bed.
What?
Which, as soon as I heard that, I was like, all right, this is becoming very believable because he is a fucking monster. Let's piss on their beds. Like, just, that was immediately, I was like, oh, shit, yeah.
True.
I thought the accusation was he was just getting pissed on. I had no idea it had anything to do with them.
Why don't we hook presidents up to a lie detector test? It's like if they think I did something,
Because they make the rules?
True.
Probably like, no.
It's like
We're not doing lie detectors.
true. I mean, it would solve so many problems. It's like, all right, dude, put it on. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
Nobody would be like, oh, I'm cool. I'm out of the fucking office.
Well, that's because they all lie. So neither of them, like Biden couldn't recommend that for Trump.
True.
Yeah.
Because
then he'd be like, all right, call your bluff. We'll both do it.
Yeah, let's just settle the score.
Let's just not both.
It's like, dude, I
mutually
can't,
assured destruction.
well, it's like, dude, I can't work in a hospital if I have weed in my system, but like, what the fuck, man? You guys can't take another test too, like to see if your guys are fit for this job?
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
I hear you, bro.
Fucking goddamn bullshit. And dude,
Fires me up.
I was talking about it on the live cast. When people are like vote, it's like I do think it's kind of a psyop, dude. Because again, these are the people who are saying, oh, we live in this like inherently unjust system that's dominated by these people with unimaginable wealth and power, and they use it to their own advantage to put other people at a disadvantage. And within this system they've constructed, like the Death Star, somebody left like this little weakness where it's like if we just press the button enough.
Yeah.
It's like, sounds like a giant Skinner's box, bro. You're in there just like, come on.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, all right, dude. Yeah, good luck. That's how I feel. I might be a little
I hear
nihilistic
you.
on that, but it's like, oh, and this big Death Star thing that's been all we have to do is push enough of us push the button, and it's like, I find that hard to believe.
I don't know, though.
Call me a fool.
I don't know, though.
Yeah.
Because they did get Trump. Enough people pressed the button to just totally get the guy
They
nobody
pushed
wanted.
the Trump button, yeah.
So I think voting might work in that case.
That's what someone said to me before too. They were like, I used to not think it was real. Then they elected Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, then my brain, this is how I naturally think. It starts to, is it like there's this part of a multi-step process where it's like, you really have the true like quadrillionaires who are like, all right, what do we want to move in next? All right, we want to move in like full social program and all this stuff. Let's throw them a wild card and scare them. Because again, remember, there was this whole thing when they tested the general public and asked, how many of you, like, do you believe that the government has your best interest in mind? And it was like 20% were like, yes. So 80% of people were like, no. And all of a sudden, it's like, now we're really scared and the government's saving us. So again, this is just one way. That's one line of thinking I have.
Yeah.
Because, dude, it's like you had kings, you had this, and all of a sudden, I don't know. I go back and forth. Because maybe it is. Maybe this is just the best people can do. But
What's funny in the show is, like, whenever I've seen a couple of these where they, like, the night of the election in a show, any type of show that covered this, gets, like, very sad and serious.
yeah.
Like, this one cuts to it, so they're, like, talking about the election, and then it cuts to the night of the election, where, like, James Comey's daughter runs into the house, like, crying, and the mom's sitting on the couch, like,
Oh.
and everyone's just crying because Trump won. And then James Comey goes to work, and a lady's crying at her desk at the FBI. And I was watching it last night, like, fire her
Yeah.
immediately. She works for the fucking FBI.
For
She's
sure.
in there
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Get her the fuck out.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's also like, all right, so say that's real, right?
I know.
No, I'm like,
Of course.
say that, because that is some people's reality, how they experience it. So it's like, all right, so you have this, like, monster of a president who's going to, like, blow up the world, and, the United States is going to become, like, the fucking KKK or something or whatever, and you're freaking out. And it's like, so you want to stop that, and your response is what the left's response is. It's like, that's why I start to get weird and skitzed out, where I'm like, dude, if I'm strategizing, I'm like, all right, we need to get this guy out. Clearly, we got to start leeching some of his supporters. Let's start doing X, Y, and Z. Instead, they're like, this fucking idiot.
Yeah,
and
they're
it's
so
like,
dumb.
yeah, so in my head, I'm like, it just seems like we're being inflamed from two different sides. If I was strategizing, like, all right, how do we beat this guy? You could do a million different things. Just start being like, all right, let's do this, let's do that, blah, blah, blah. So, so that's where I start to think, like, dude, it seems like people are being more pitted against. It doesn't seem like, if this is a functioning system, it doesn't seem like anyone's, like, trying to make it function. They're just, or it's just people just trying to win for themselves, which, maybe like, we had feudalism. We're like, a couple bugs are in here. Maybe democracy. We're like, all right, maybe we shouldn't rest on people's personalities. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like, well, if enough people like you, then a gazillion policies follow behind you that nobody knows what they are. It's like, people are like, we get to choose. It's like, no, you fucking don't.
Yeah.
So, sorry. I'm not trying to get on my fucking soapbox.
No, I don't care.
it's just.
I was just liking the show. The show, dude. The scene where Comey meets him for the first time, and he's like, "All right, I'm going to debrief him, and I'm going to privately debrief him about the investigation into the prostitutes pissing on him."
Yeah,
which the FBI was like looking into.
Being like, hey, just heads up.
Just so you know, this is ongoing. Just so you're not like embarrassed or caught off guard. And I'll tell you privately. But like the first time he sits down and talks to him, and Trump's just immediately like, "It's great," just immediately just nuts. And you see the guy's face, just like, "Fuck, this guy's fucking retarded." Trump's in there, he's like, "Great campaign, wasn't it? Wow." And then he sits down, he's like fucking with his tie while they're debriefing him. And then he's like, "They lie. Everybody lies about me. They all say I raped them. I didn't rape them. Do I look like I would use a prostitute?" Like, just like, and then as soon as you see him, it's a show, so it's fictional. But when you see him to act like that, you're like, damn, that probably is exactly how he fucking acts, isn't it?
Well, we watched him on Howard Stern in 2004. He sounds exactly the same as he does when he runs for president now. Yeah. As he's on Howard Stern's couch, a little raunchier. But he was like, dude,
it's like Friends, not that great. Higher rate. We have higher ratings than Friends.
Dude.
It's like how he talks about the Democrats now. That was Friends.
Yeah, on the show there, it was like 2014, I think?
No, it was before that.
2000. It was whenever The Apprentice was #1 top running show.
Apprentice #1.
They made him do an hour and a half, dude, which, obviously he would do 2, but whatever.
He would do 2. He would have done 2. But
yeah,
they asked for 2. He said an hour and a half.
Yeah, come on, guys.
They asked for 2.
He knows. But yeah, dude, they were basically, he was breaking down his salary and how he went to whatever NBC or whoever had him. And he was using Friends as his metric. And he was like, I'm better than Friends.
Yeah. He's like, people like me. I'm not saying it. The people.
Was that when Friends was on like his decline though?
Must have been, yeah.
Yeah, so he was
doing this was probably like 04.
He was watching season 18 of Friends and being like, Apprentice is way better.
Apprentice blows it. And it's not even me. It's the ratings. It's the ratings. We are only beat by the Super Bowl. Yeah, but yeah, good golly.
Yeah, he's a wild man. But yeah, watching him on Stern and then talk like that, and then watching the way he talks now, it's like, holy fuck, dude. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Then again, it's like that dude. Maybe he doesn't hold any punch. Like apparently he doesn't do drugs. Apparently.
Yeah, he doesn't drink or do drugs.
Yeah, you think someone would be like, I saw that motherfucker drinking.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been ratted out.
So you don't drink, don't do drugs.
Just McDonald's and
there was Stormy. But, you can fucking
ladies, bro.
Yeah. I guess that's his downfall, just the ladies.
Too many ladies. He's a ladies, man.
Sure.
He's just so handsome. That's his problem. He's too good looking.
What is he had his whole like reality carved out for him in the 80s where he was like, I'm a ladies man. And everyone's like, yeah, you fucking ruled, dude. And the world just changed on him. And then, he became the president weirdly. And he's like, I thought everyone fucking thought it was cool. What the fuck?
He's done such a, like, they've done a good job of being like, people do lie about him. Mm-hmm. He does get lied on. He has been lied on.
People lie on his name for sure.
But like, I could have sworn in one of the documentaries, he was like calling into the New York Times, like, Donald Trump's so handsome. They're like, is this Donald Trump? He's like, no. Like, he would really do that. Yeah. Enough, dude. We got to get off the board.
True.
Boy's out there working right now.
True.
He's trying to secure a victory.
I don't know. I don't think it's everyone I talk to who like watches Fox News is goes like, it's going to be a landslide, bro.
It's going to be a landslide.
Everything else
Everybody who watches CNN is like, it's going to be a landslide.
Yeah, like, dude, I've talked to people like, they're going to blow him out. Don't have a chance. So we'll see.
But it is, it's nice they put out this Comey documentary, or this show.
Yeah.
They picked the right time. I remember I was at a meeting with FX, and they were talking about they were going to put out a true crime, like OJ. Remember The People versus OJ?
Yeah.
They did, and then the Versace one.
Oh, so good, dude.
They were going to do that with Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky scandal. And they're like, and it's scheduled to come out next year. And I remember literally in the meeting being like, you'll never be able to do that. And they're like, what? And I was like, you think you're going to put out like a show that slams Democrats in an election year?
What'd they say?
They're like, relax, dude. I noticed it's not coming out, though.
Oh,
I did notice that.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's one phone call. And
they're going to have to wait.
Shelf that.
Yeah. Put it out in December.
Yeah. True that.
Not November.
No, dude, if that comes out, it's just funny because, again, you have two people being like, Biden's son did these nasty business deals, and they're, it's both sides are being like, no, fake.
Yeah.
That's all fake. It's like, we're good. Anything you read bad about us is fake. Anything good is true. It's like fucking retarded.
He had some rough pictures, though.
Which
Hunter?
Of what?
Like his teeth and cracked
he's on drugs.
and
He's
shit.
on drugs.
He's balling out.
Sure, he's having fun.
partying out.
What the fuck's wrong with that, dude?
I support him.
Why are we so against partying? Why
is everybody on his dick for what? For going and getting $3 million from the mayor of Moscow and doing crack?
What's the fucking problem, dude?
It sounds like he's like James Bond. He's like in different countries in a tux doing crack.
Just on oxys in fucking St. Petersburg.
Skydiving out. Just fucking...
They send one prostitute, they take him down immediately. Just like all the. That's what probably happened to the emails. He's probably like, my name's Biden, Hunter Biden, and then they gave him an oxy, and he was just like, doo 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 doo, and they're like, oh sweet, here's all your damning emails. They took it right out of his tuxedo pocket, and he was like,
it's like I've been drugged again. One of the Russian spies drugged me. They put crack in my pipe. That blood,
God.
the blood from the N64 comes over. Remember when you got shot in multiplayer?
Oh my god! Every time he smokes crack.
Yeah,
damn,
he's pretty much he's a world-renowned spy, dude. He's over there partying, fucking like models and.
He probably woke up
with PP7.
He probably woke up with $3 million and had a hangover his night before. He's like, "Did I fucking make a deal with the Ukrainian?" He's like,
fuck, dude, my dad's gonna be so pissed. I fucking promised them all this stuff. Man, that's a tough hangover. Wake up, you're like, why the fuck do I have $3 million? What did I do?
He checks his email. He's like, fuck,
dude, we gotta kill somebody.
Imagine smoking meth and your dad's the vice president. The delusions of grandeur must be like. I mean,
the second you hit that, you're like, my dad's actually gonna be president. Shit, I'm probably gonna be president eventually. I gotta fucking get these teeth fixed, though. I'll tell you that.
I mean, it's a classic. I mean, again, you get like the Bidens have this weird like they're a really tragic family. There's like they have all kinds of weird archetypal shit. There's like the bad wayward son. There's the son who went and like died
gloriously.
in war.
Well, no, he didn't die in war. I think he came back and died of cancer.
Oh, for real?
After serving.
Okay, so he didn't have a warrior's death, but he came back.
He fought a battle.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it was like brain cancer.
Really? So
go ahead, fact check that.
So you have a son who is just spying. He's up to no good.
One was up, yeah.
One is spying.
Cain killed Abel.
Yeah, true.
So I was watching Bernie Mac. Or not, yeah, dude. Kings of Comedy had like 3 different bits where the closer was faggot.
Really?
Like that was like the punchline. They'd be like, yeah, the little one, 6-year-old, we all faggot. It's like, oh man, these guys are nuts.
They did actually.
Yeah. Bunch of them.
Yeah, what the hell?
We're hitting that joke like hard. I mean, it was...
Kevin Hart was the first black guy that wasn't allowed to make fun of gay people.
He was.
Kevin Hart was the first. He was like, wait, huh?
Yeah. No, they got Tracy Morgan.
Then he faked that car crash.
True.
To get out of it.
True. That was an inside job. Yeah. That was Hunter Biden. That had Hunter Biden written all over it.
He was just driving a limo to drum up some cash. His dad cut him off. He was like,
fuck this.
He's like, so if I smoke meth and drive, I can drive for 5 days straight. He's like, it's like $5,000. Perfect.
Yeah. We're out.
Dude, when people on meth go to work, dude, they just work for like 4 days and fall asleep for like a week. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah. It's not proficient at all.
No, it gets
Day 1 and 2 of the work, probably incredible.
And the guy's like, dude, you worked for 2 days straight? You're like, yeah, dude. And you're like,
yeah, sorry, I'm just into this.
I like what I'm doing. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. It's like you work for like 3 days straight, and then the lack of sleep starts to induce like basically psychosis.
Yeah, you start hallucinating.
So you're like work for 3 days, and the world just all of a sudden you have 5 Grand Theft Auto stars in your head, and you're like, I gotta get home.
Yeah. Checking the blinds.
Yeah, dude, for real. Yeah, you like work for 3 days and call everyone on your phone and be like, they're after me. And you're like, what are you talking about? You're like, I just worked a lot. Come get me. And you're like, what the fuck?
I've been delivering pizzas for 3 straight days. The government's trying to stop me now. Papa John knows.
Dude, Uber had to set their policy up for meth heads. It would have been all.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because you can only drive for 12 hours on Uber. They put the meth firewall, dude.
Was it you and me at Williams Grove where the dude was...
Oh, he would do 3
When
a.m.?
we went home, and he was like, I've been driving for 24 straight hours.
He found a way. Or I guess you could do Lyft and then do Uber.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Oh, dude.
Wasn't it you and me?
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't remember much of that car ride, but I do remember that guy. He was like, I know a way around it. And I think I figured out.
Yeah, he was like, I've been driving for we were like, how long you been on the clock? That was definitely a you question. How long you been on the
Yeah,
road, man?
fell
How long
lift
you been clocking?
Come on,
And he
man.
was like, I think it was like 15 hours when he
Yep.
said it. We were both like, damn. Dude. We were both like hammered and high. Like,
I'm
whoa,
so
dude, that's
stunned.
crazy.
We were trying. I couldn't
like,
figure
yeah.
out how to get the app to put an extra stop in. And we
Oh,
were
man.
like,
That was a struggle to get to the sheets.
yeah, that was tough.
I had to fucking slide something under the table, dude. I had to Hunter Biden out. I made a deal. With him behind the
You
scenes.
found a Hunter Biden, dude. Here you go, bro. Fuck, man. Yeah, it is. Shit's fucking nuts, man. H. Biden, baby.
He balls out. I need to look more into him because right now, my base understanding does rule.
Oh, Bo had cancer, brain cancer.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Brain
Thank
tumor,
you.
brain tumor.
Thank you.
So, Bo had cancer. Wife died, hit by a truck. Hunter Biden still at
Hit by
large
a-
and doing
Already
fabulous.
covered.
Gillis Farm corn cob
Corn
truck.
cob truck.
This is wild.
I mean, dude, you talk about a dude getting beaten down by life.
I
Still
think
out.
I think he had a daughter in the car with the wife. Dude.
Dude,
Yeah, it was Bo's whole family.
Jesus. Wait, it was Bo's whole family?
Yeah, Bo's his
his-
daughter and his wife.
No. It was Biden's wife.
Oh yeah.
So, like, Biden's wife, then niece and nephew action?
No, it was Biden's wife and daughter.
Two.
Yes.
So, wife
No
and daughter
nieces and nephews.
dead.
Nothing to do with Bo's children.
Son-
La Mer is a
son
fuck.
dead. So I did put a tincture in their coffee.
Did you?
I offered the option to have a tincture. How is that thing, by the way?
It's pretty sick.
Hell yeah.
You guys
Good.
getting hit pretty good right now?
Yeah.
Sorry, Noah. Yeah, that weed's really mellowing you out. I'm fucking fine.
So I gave the stoner some coffee today, dude.
That's big. They have been buzzing. They've
pep
been
'em up.
focused.
Yeah, pep
No
'em
one's
up.
laughed once.
True.
They had coffee. They're just normally they're high as fuck. They're like, whoa, it's so silly.
Had to balance them out a little bit.
Yeah,
Damn, that's a fucking crazy life for this guy, man. You're like, hey guys, I'm gonna be vice, and it's like
Diamond
boom.
Joe. I'm the fucking man in Delaware, and then your entire family dies slowly
Yeah.
for like 20 years straight. Everybody dies around you.
Phew. It's like the quick time Kennedys, dude.
Yeah,
That's kind of strange.
Biden, but I wish Biden was a little more cognizant because then he could be the man.
Yeah.
But
Well, like they say in Matthew, dude, what good does it do for a man to gain the world when he loses his soul?
who lost it? What do you mean? How did he lose? his soul?
Biden, dude. Serving the Democratic establishment? Come on, bro. Come on, dude. Come on. The guy has fucking fish to fry. He's like, I got some family stuff going on. Like, you have to run. He was like, fine.
He did, yeah. 4 years ago,
Dude, if
is
that
when
all
he
that
should've
shit
run.
happened to me and like, you got to run, I'd be like, go fuck yourself, guys.
Yeah,
I'll send my son over to Moscow. I'll secure the bag. Buzz off.
yeah.
Well, come on, man, dude. They parade. You've been beaten down. You've been like basically the story of Job, and then they're like, "Get out there." I'd be like, "Fuck! You see what's going on around me?"
Yeah.
My one remaining fucking kid is a drug addict. My family died all horrifically, and you want me to go fucking argue this guy? I'm not doing it. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
you
I'm
gotta
not
go.
doing it.
You gotta go argue with Donald
I'm not
Trump.
for $250,000. Not doing it, man.
No, you get more than that.
I mean, obviously, dude.
You get more than that.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, that's chump change to Hunter.
True.
Hunter, that pocket change. Fucking 007, dude. That's nothing. To
That
him.
is true, though. I don't want to slander this guy because I don't know him at all. But you know, I just wanted to say that Matthew quote. That's all it has to do.
I know. That's why I was like, what does that have to do? I knew that's all you wanted to do. Of course I knew what you were doing. Yo, you would love... First off, I watched 3 fucking different series yesterday.
What'd you watch?
I told you, me and Bezer were in the tomb, dude.
True.
I was in the tomb
That's
with
awesome,
St. Bezer. Fucking Good Song, or Good Lord Bird. It's about...
I heard that's good.
Bro,
Yeah.
fucking rules.
Heard that's good.
John Brown.
Yeah,
I
Bezer.
talked about him on the Civil War podcast.
What'd you talk
John Brown.
Oh yeah.
He was the guy who he raided Harper's Ferry,
Yep.
tried to start a slave
Did the
revolt.
revolt. He was a white guy though, right?
Yeah, he's
That's
nuts.
I never knew that.
He's out killing people in Kansas. He's like, if you like slavery, I'm gonna fucking kill you with a sword, dude. He was nuts.
Damn.
Yeah, but the show's
A little ahead of his time. People
The
are like,
show's
"What's
actually
your
kind of
problem?"
funny. Like
it
it's
really?
like kind of It's
In a
like
good
made
way?
to be. Yeah, it's funny. It's actually
That's
very funny.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, like John Brown just being nuts is the joke. Like him going around like screaming Bible quotes and then like blowing someone's head off. It's like nice. This guy's hilarious.
Fucking awesome, dude.
But yeah, he yells Bible quotes. That's what reminded me of it.
That's what you do,
He'll
man.
just toss in one like that. You have a little bit of John Brown. You grow that beard out.
Come on, man.
Nice.
Come
You're
on,
going to have to
baby.
behead Noah for the way he treats La Mer.
No, I'll tell you what. There was a huge power vacuum at the live show.
Oh.
Right before the fucking. Right before we like let La Mer do a little stand up, which very nice of you, La Mer. You gave it to old Deej. You said you even won rock paper scissors. I'm singing your praises. You won rock paper scissors and said, "Deeds, you got it, bro.
Deeds, you got it. You got this spot." Because Deeds and La Mer, they were a little salty about Gardini doing some spots during the weekend.
We were salty.
That's pathetic. Don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
Gardini did fantastic.
Gardini crushed. Until you can follow Gardini, don't talk shit, dude. Yakety yak. Don't talk back.
Might have to have Gardini on, dude.
Gardini's the king, dude.
He's a youngster, dude. 23.
He buries La Mer.
Reminds me of my younger self, dude.
I just know how angry that's making La Mer.
I see a lot of myself in that kid,
I see
dude.
so much of us in him. Every time I see Gardini, I'm like, this guy is going to be huge. Dude. He's probably going to crack iTunes top 200 every once in a while. This is the next big thing.
For sure.
But so did I tell you they were him and La Mer and Dorian got a little fucking snippy on the way out when they found out Gardini was in there.
Yep.
What do you think of that?
What? No, I wasn't
You were
mad.
green with envy.
I was green. I was like, "What? No way!" And then, all right, I was like, "Fine," because I love Sean. If anybody should get it, it should be a boy. Yeah,
Pretty funny.
one of my boys. I mean, not
I
one
hear
of
you. I
my
hear you.
boys.
I hear you.
Yeah, okay.
You weren't just like, it better not be a female comic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant. I take back my laugh.
No, he was just like, it should be one of the boys of his friends.
Damn it. I was kind of like, damn, La Mer, that was actually
Yeah, that
pretty
was
good.
actually,
It's a good one.
well, it ain't.
Yeah, we support male comics.
We only support young white male comics. But no, Dorian and La Mer got wind that
start scheming.
Gardini was getting the guest spot, and I heard some. First off, good God, you two need to knock that fucking high five off. Him and Dorian have a secret handshake,
Really?
and they did it in front of it. We were all just sitting on the couch, and they came in and did it in front of everyone. Like,
Yep.
all right, yo, you ready to go? And I was like, oh my God, dude, you two stink. And then they were like, Sean, what are you doing? Are you doing? He's like, yeah, I got a show tonight. They're like, what show are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm on Shane's show. And they were like, what the fuck, dude? And then they stormed out.
Dorian went in and just choked his snake. He was like,
Yeah,
fucking
big dork storm out like a fast walk. Two dorks.
They both did the Naruto blast. They put their arm.
They were furious. They tried to summon as many like anime moves as they could. They both started charging up. I was like, no, Sean's doing the guest spot. They're like, whoosh, whoosh.
They're just that one fucking drop of water. Oh my God.
What do you mean that's not what happened?
No, I wasn't salty. I wasn't salty there because
I think the Deeds man was salty.
Yeah,
I heard Deeds.
Deeds. No, did he? Yeah, Deeds was like. way
Apparently,
salty.
Deeds yelled, "Oh, he gets a fucking guest spot." I think that was the quote.
Yeah, yeah.
So that stuck with
That
me.
is what Deeds yelled. Yes.
But then on Sunday, we were like, all right, let's give Deeds the rock, give him a guest spot up front. And I'll tell you what, he fumbled. He fumbled. He fumbled on his first carry.
Well, in his defense, he had the staff was like, we're so sorry for that mix-up. It was purely our fault because we didn't tell them, like, oh, by the way, it's not
Yes.
La Mer going up. They were like, yeah, it's La Mer. I'm like, hey, you guys, figure it out.
Yeah.
So they were like, welcome to the stage, La Mer Lee. And Dorian came out and was
Dorian
just like, La Mer, do you want to do this? I don't want to.
Yeah. And my favorite was, I got a report from the Bees who, over the moon that this was going on. He was so happy that there was a failure. And he said...
That's like Russia watching the Challenger. They're
It
like,
really
yes.
is. It really was, dude. And he said when they announced La Mer Lee, La Mer was in the audience and ran to the stage. And he said La Mer ran by him like like laughing while he was like nervously laughing like Just imagine La Mer trotting by you in the room.
Oh, fuck.
Laughing. I didn't get to see it. I'm excited to see it. We're gonna put we'll put that on the live cast on the Patreon. That'll be up shortly.
Oh, should be ready pretty soon.
Should be ready probably.
Deeds
in
is probably
fucking
burning
1
the
month.
footage as we speak.
If I were Deeds, that's like the Wiener laptop, dude. You gotta get rid of that thing. Did he try to hand you the mic, or what happened up there? Tell me. I didn't get to see it.
We were up there. He handed me the mic, and he was like, "Dude, you might as well go now." I was like, "No, man, you go." And I was
why'd you
So
rush
you guys
the
did
stage?
like, why did you run?
Because
to the
I didn't
stage?
see him coming. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta go.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you high?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shame.
I'm a fiend, man.
It's a shame. Was Deeds?
He had a puff. He had a toke.
Good lord, dude. This is dopers, behind the scene dopers, dude.
That makes more sense to Deeds' story, dude. When you're stoned on stage, 3 minutes is a half an hour, dude. You're like, get me the fuck off here.
Stoned on stage when you didn't know you were going on.
I know.
No one's there for stand-up. You're doing a host spot that's a very terrible spot. And then when oh my God, if I was high and they gave the wrong name, and then the other guy walked up to the stage, I'd be like, do you want it? Should you do it?
I know.
And I'd be like, all right, that's my time, everybody.
He did hot too.
Yeah, he probably did 2 minutes, but that'll be, that's a little sneak preview for everybody to enjoy.
It's pretty fun.
It probably doesn't look as bad as we're saying. Maybe it did, but that was pure chaos.
Well, when you're doing stand-up, you're like, oh, fuck, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, any dysfunction, there's not supposed to be any dysfunction. So they were like, we're so sorry about that. And then for that, something happened then where they also forgot the music because
there was no music. They didn't. When they introduced La Mer, Dorian came out and he was like, Booth, you had one fucking job. And it was like, oh, hot dogging. Hot dogging. Deeds is hot dogging a little.
I remember hearing that being like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
You know, one fucking job that he just like failed to introduce us. Like, oh, anyway, give it for Matt and Shane.
Also, I think it was the GM. I think it was the manager that was in the booth at the time. So good move, career-wise. Yell at the manager of the club, be like, "Nice work, loser." Anyway, I'm about to bomb for 2 minutes. God damn it! Please book me.
Dude, Deeds is the
Gardini was
man.
just back there, yes, not as easy as it looks, boys.
Well, that dude, in comedy, the closest, like, dudes can never understand older chicks seeing hot younger chicks. As a comedian, when you see a funny dude who's like 24, you're like an old lady all of a sudden. You're like, she's not that hot.
Oh,
she's not that pretty. She's not that hot. So when you're a little older, you see a youngster coming in, you're like, I can't believe you like her.
Yeah, for sure.
Ew. Stop looking at her.
Yeah, that's how I get every single time. Like Vulture came out with their top 20 up and coming comedians, I just read it like as if.
Then you go get plastic surgery.
Yeah, then I go get the tits, get a massive tits.
Dude, you even trying to get into? I think it's called the what's the name of it? The Phallic Mother. I'm finishing the Denial of Death, and they just end with. I'm almost on the ending, but they
hit you with
They're just they're breaking down Freudian theory, and they're trying to say like it's not all just about like sex and impulses. It's more about the fear of death is what really drives people. And they get into the symbol of the phallic mother, dude. It's so fucking fun because there's female castration, there's castration anxiety. So like dudes and people say like it's not about losing your dong, it's about like realizing you're a finite creature, and you do this at like 6 years old, and it just terrifies you. But when you see like because back then you would just like peep your mom's vag all the time on accident because you're all taking like baths and shit together. So you see your mom's vag, you just sort of like you're just blown away. Like why the fuck doesn't my mom have a dong? So you're saying you get like tortured by dreams of just your mom with a dong?
Wait, what?
It's the phallic mother,
Who's
dude.
getting that dream?
It's a symbol of unity. I mean, nobody.
People get dreams of
back then,
chicks with dicks?
Back then, yeah. Well, it's like, dude, it's an ancient symbol. And the idea is when you figure out that, so there's.
Dude, Freud sucks, dude. I hate
rules,
Freud.
Dude.
Every single thing. No. Every time I hear Freud, I'm mad.
Dude, it's not just him. It's ancient symbols, dude. The fucking hermaphrodites are ancient symbols.
It fires me up, dude. Talking about Joan with a dick. Catch one.
What do you think she'd be sporting? If you did see your phallic mother, what do you think she'd be sporting?
Joan? Based on her attitude? Hog? Actually, no. Based on her attitude, absolute teenus. Walking around like,
you think she'd have like a bird's nest, just like big pubes and a little teenus?
Yeah, a little robin's egg.
Dude, this shit was fucking me up. It was like as a little boy,
your mom would be donged out.
You think she'd be donged out?
I think your mom has big dick energy for sure.
You think so?
Yes. Yeah, I do. As soon as I said big dick energy, I'm like, I'm a fucking bitch.
No, that's fair.
Dude,
I almost said it about you.
Yo, you should watch. I listened to this podcast.
Thanks for that. I'll tell my mom about the compliment.
I think she's like strong. Your mom's like
pretty
fit.
strong, yeah, for sure.
Fucking jacked dick.
I like to imagine her with something a little more like, just like standard.
Dude, so every once in a while, I was listening to a podcast and I checked the number one podcast in the world at the time was this girl named Sophia. Mm-hmm. She was one half of, what's the name of that podcast?
Sophia?
The guys, not Guys We Fucked.
The Guys We Sucked.
It was the remake of Guys We Fucked with hot chicks.
Call her daddy.
They were like, all right, what if they were hotter and sluttier? Perfect. And it was a home run, dude.
It's called Call Her Daddy.
Think if somebody remade our show, just like two hotter jacked dudes that were just more like a more crazy version of us. They were just like, yo, bro.
That'd be so fucking funny.
But
we'd have to find them and destroy them.
We'd have to. Guys We Fucked needs to kill Call Her Daddy.
For sure.
But Call Her Daddy broke up already, obviously. It was two hot chicks. They exploded.
Oh, for sure. They just wanted different things for lunch one day and the whole thing fell apart. Like, how are we not both getting our way? This doesn't make sense.
But, so the one girl so they split. The one girl stayed with Barstool. Mm-hmm. And now she's the captain of the ship. The other one was exiled.
To where?
And was humiliated. Like,
what was the problem?
I don't know. It was something about money. Because they were making...
They didn't understand it?
No, they were making like hundreds of millions of dollars.
I fucking think.
They were killing it. But they were getting nothing because they signed a contract with Barstool.
Good for them.
In their defense, Barstool probably made them that famous.
Yeah.
But I think the one girl wanted more. The other girl was like, fuck her, I'll stay. And sold her out. They just talked shit. Anyway,
awesome.
I listened... Dude, you got to listen to these podcasts. They're nuts.
I mean, dude, it's the ramblings of hot... We should listen.
The ramblings of hot chicks is...
It's got to be so funny.
Wild, dude.
Yeah,
it's just like, yes, daddy gang. They refer to the fans as daddy gang. And she just talks to them. She'll talk to them while they're talking. They're like, daddy gang, this is what happened. I was like, sucking a guy's dick. Oh, my God. I'm such a slut. Daddy gang. Dude, it's wild to listen to. It's wild. You got to hear.
What the fuck? This thing broke up?
I know. I can't believe it.
I mean, they started comparing themselves to each other. Dude, you can't put two hot chicks in a room.
They're so hot.
They're like roosters.
They are. They're like beta fish.
They'll peck each other's fucking things off, dude.
They will.
They probably got in there like...
Well, I listened to the one girl.
Jesus.
So it was the number one podcast in the world was her explaining what happened. And she was like,
imagine being Malcolm Gladwell. You do like 9 hours of research, and they just throw hot chicks. So I was blowing a guy.
Two hot chicks like, daddy gang, this is what you have to do. You want to gulp a guy's cum. It's like, holy fuck, dude. Now, I think in their defense, they are powerful women, and I do think they give good relationship advice to other sluts. I think it's a slut playbook.
True.
It's important.
What's the end goal?
They're doing important work.
What are they helping you get to?
Well, they're already turning like 28, so now it's marriage.
Yeah.
Which is great, because like 2 years ago, they were like 26, like, I'm going to fuck a New York Met. Then now it's like...
I'm going to marry an accountant.
I never thought I'd want this, but I should probably get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the trajectory of the modern woman, dude, and I hate to say it. It's like... You slut yourself out. You hit the slut market as hard as you can. It's like guys are, fucking on Wall Street, like, sell, like they're 26, staying up all night. As a girl, again, hate to say it, but this is what I've seen. You slut as high as, at like the highest levels possible because you're trying to creep socially as high up as you can. And not all, but a lot do this. And then, dude, like 27, 28, your one friend lands a dude that gets married. I've watched this happen. Start to get a little disillusioned. Start hitting up the old boyfriends from high school, from college that you kind of put on the back burner because, you blew a guy on the Mets once and you thought you were going to, like, marry Michael Jackson's son all of a sudden. And then 28 hits and you start going, all right, I've slutted at decently high levels. I think I could land a mid-manager for fucking Cigna. And you do that and,
Bro.
And you go on Instagram and fucking write long shit nobody reads for the rest of your life. I hate to be mean.
Look, we're being mean to two chicks that became millionaires doing exactly what we do.
Yeah.
And they did it in like a 1 week.
I'm bitter.
Oh, yeah, we're both bitter fats. But
we got to start sucking dick.
I'm going to fucking blow Dorian. I'm going to pin Dorian to the ground.
You have to pull his fucking pants down, dude. How you get his pants off?
Billy almost pantsed me at the live cast, and if Billy would have pantsed me,
he's a motherfucker, dude.
Bro, I was wearing these pants. I was wearing track pants.
Nice.
Bro, if he would have, he did it. He like gave me a little tug to put the fear of God in me.
He didn't do it.
He didn't. He was like, I could have had you.
Oh, that's actually pretty.
Could have had you. But it was right. I was like holding a beer and like a cigarette. I was walking back inside, and there were like fans outside. I was like, all right, guys, thanks a lot for coming. Dude, if he would have hit me with a full pants, Both hands were full. And Billy's strong and explosive.
you could have got your pants
It
down.
would have been underwear,
He's
dick out. Oh, fast too. I would have been. I wouldn't have even had time to move. I'd be holding a beer and a cigarette. Like, all right, hey guys, thanks a lot for coming out, man. That was really cool. You guys, thanks for supporting us.
What's the penalty? Look up the penalty for pantsing somebody.
I could have pressed charges.
For sure,
I
dude.
would have pressed charges. I
Can
would
you go
have
to
absolutely
court?
pressed charges.
Can you go to court and imagine? So you'd have to get like cam footage, you'd have to get street cam footage to prove you were pantsed. So you'd have to show your penis to a jury, dude.
First off, I didn't even know there was a pantser among us.
I thought they were extinct.
We have my one friend Jared was a great pantser. Whenever I'm around him, dude, and I'm usually wearing stuff with elastic waistbands, so tighten it up.
That's why they invented belts.
I tie the knot. As soon as I found out there was a pantser among us,
For sure.
I've been. You'll never see me with a loose string again. If I know Billy's going to be around, tight. Like a samurai, dude.
That's why back in the day, dude, they used to wear guys would wear 9 different layers, dude. 'Cause you probably got pants back then, dude. Fuck your whole shit up.
But yeah, getting pants
Just
while
pants down the middle of a field with no one else around. He was like, "Fuck, man."
we used to pants people at football and cow tip them.
Oh fuck
So
yeah!
you pants and
a
then
push.
cow tip immediately,
Dude, we used
incredible.
we did a thing in recess in grade school where you would get behind somebody, the classic kneel down, but then you would pants and push.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude. Same thing.
Pants cow tip.
It's the ultimate. It's like murder in terms of bullying.
It is.
It's a top
That's
sin.
the actual. Yes.
We did it to someone in grade school. I
Dick
still,
out
I still
falling.
feel bad.
Because a falling dick is the funniest thing. I mean, a stationary dick, just sitting there.
But
Very funny. But a falling
you can
dick.
cover really quick.
Yeah.
When you're falling, you just dick out.
So first off, it's so funny to criticize the slut podcast, man. They're so fucking dumb. Anyway, dude, a dick when you're falling. I remember a kid. We pantsed a kid, and he chased the other kid around, tried to fight him immediately. That's an on-site offense.
Fuck, dude.
That's an absolute fight.
It's either fight or cry.
You have
either
to cry.
or you fight.
You have to cry,
or both.
dude.
Yeah.
If you cry, you win. If somebody
True.
pantses you and you cry,
Yeah,
if I would have cried at the end of the show, Billy pants me and I cried. I've had a really hard year.
Dude, Catholic school, one day a week, everyone was game for getting pants. You're in your gym uniform.
Oh yeah,
So it's like, dude.
Tuesdays.
That was when you just would scheme on a pants all week. You're like, damn, come Tuesday, bro, I'm about to pants the fuck out of this kid.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tough. That's tough getting pants.
A lot of people got pants, dude. A lot of
Pants
dongs.
is
A lot of
funny, isn't
dongs
it?
were shown in the recess.
Pants. Yeah.
What's the penalty for being pants? Do you guys find it?
Yeah, you the pantser doesn't get in trouble. It's fine. But the pantsy can get charged with indecent exposure.
This
What?
is crazy. This is a lie.
It's not a lie.
This
That's
is an
fake
outrage.
news.
This
That's
is an
an outrage.
injust.
Hey,
Are you
right
are
into your
you,
local senator.
are you pantsy blaming?
No, I'm just reading the facts, sir.
Holy fuck! So if you pants someone, it's basically on
Wait,
you.
what's your last name?
McWiggin.
What?
Yeah.
La Mer, that was the first time La Mer heard it too. Look at the law offices of Lee and McWiggin. The pantsy actually is at fault. Called McWiggin and Lee.
Damn, so maybe there's different no fault states where we don't prosecute pantsors here in Illinois.
In
What's up, man? I'm sorry.
No, that's
No, you're good. He got it wrong. It's backwards. The person who pulls the pants down gets registered as a sex offender.
yes.
Oh, so he cops his indecent
Wow.
exposure.
Damn, I could get Billy on a list if he tries to pants me.
Billy might have been a pedophile, bro.
Where's that?
Technically, Billy is a sex
Technically,
offender.
he is yeah.
Got him.
Billy's a sex offender.
Is that in America? Look at the law offices. The law offices are hard at work.
It was in England.
Ooh.
Wow, across the pond. You gotta go over to England. That's just old English law. Classic English law.
That's why we fought the Declaration. That's why we fought the Revolutionary War.
That was a war. The United States was just full of pantsers. Damn.
Hell yeah, dude. Where were you at time-wise here?
Oh, it's time. Yo, shout out Kyle Larson. He's back in NASCAR.
Is he really?
He's
They let him back
They
in?
let him back in. He served his 6-month probation after saying the N-word. Shout out Young Money. His nickname's Young Money.
Young Money? Damn,
Stick
dude.
Name's Young Money. He got fired for saying the N-word.
Now he's back on the track.
Back on the. He's well. I mean, what a immense loss for the Williams Grove family. But it's good to see him back
True.
at the big
dude, imagine
leagues.
the president of NASCAR. Like, we got to fire him. He said the N word. And he's like, so?
Oh, I know.
What are you talking about? He's like, no, it's like 6 months. He's like, it seems kind of ridiculous, but yeah, go. I guess 6 months will do it.
Man, that tough luck for Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
Getting hit with a 5% of the N-word during this pandemic, bad timing. I think it was before everything popped off, too. So shit just probably got continued. And then the fucking noose at Talladega on, what's his name? Bubba Wallace.
Turned out to be a fake news.
It was
right?
a false flag.
Yeah.
It was a false news.
False news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
But I had every time a different like race story came out, Kyle Larson was probably fuck. Shit. Young Money, you got to prove all these guys wrong.
Well, it's so funny too. How we were just watching that Stern Hollywood Squares shit, and people were like, "Things are so fucked up." I'm like, "We're making progress, dude.
Big time.
We're making progress."
It's funny that like you and me watch it, and we're like, "Whoa, holy fuck!"
Yeah,
yeah. And today, you and me are like the modern day shock jock. You know? We're both just edgy.
Exactly, dude.
People can't stop us. We're too edgy.
Yeah, I wonder edgelords in like 2040 are gonna be really, really sick. Dude.
Edgelords are gonna be such pussies in 2040.
Oh yeah, dude. It's like,
I shouldn't even be on the air right now as a white guy, but even just talking right now is crazy. Sorry for laughing.
Here's an opinion. You're gonna give an opinion? Be like, I don't care, dude. I don't
Maybe
care
I'll give
anymore.
an opinion.
Yeah, dude. What we got going on here, dude?
I think we can rap, dude.
Texas.
Oh yeah,
Plugs, bro.
this Friday.
I'm on your ass now, dude.
True. Now
You got a money man. You got fucking millionaire on your ass, dude.
Shut the fuck up. I'm Young Money. 23rd, 24th, we're going to Dallas. Me and Matt are going to be on Friday, the 23rd of October. Matthew and I will be at the Hyenas Comedy Club in Fort Worth, Texas.
Nice.
And on the 24th, Saturday, we'll be at the Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas, Texas.
How many shows?
2 each.
Woo, baby.
A little 4 shows. And then the 10th and 11th, Matt's not coming with me, actually. November 10th, Zanies in Nashville. November 11th, Huntsville, Alabama. And then I think I'm chilling for a minute because I've been doing way too many shows.
I don't know how the fuck you do it, man. I'm grinding out from going to like
Helium's
Baltimore.
the roughest.
Is it really?
Helium's the roughest when it comes to party time.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Well, you didn't even really party.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I can't imagine.
Normally I'm fine because...
I mean, you add flying into that mix, too? It's like, dude, I was just walking to Helium and walking back and being like, damn, I'm going to bed later than I like to. Wiped out. You threw a fucking... You know, I'm not going to say how many Bud Lights you drank, but you threw that many Bud Lights at me, dude?
That's crazy. That was genuinely crazy.
I'd canceled today. I'd be like, I can't come, sorry.
That's why yesterday I was like, let's just do it tomorrow. I don't need to go back to New York that bad.
Yeah.
Yesterday would have been... I mean, that would have been terrible.
That
but,
drive?
No, doing the podcast. I
Oh,
would have
Jesus
just been
fucking
like,
Christ. Yeah, no way.
I needed to lay in the tomb with the St. B's.
I mean, dude, let's think about the fucking content we've been putting out, dude. Live podcast last week before. 2 podcasts. Here comes another live podcast. Here comes another. It's like, you guys stop fucking. I love that, dude. I love getting on. People are like, this podcast is dying. It's like, yeah, right, bro. Shit.
Yeah, right.
Tough luck, bro.
Yeah, you wish we were dying.
Yeah,
we're
dude.
only growing stronger by the moment.
Exactly. Once those sluts fell, we're like, perfect.
Once the sluts broke up, we're like, maybe you and me could be the new sluts. All we have to, Daddy Gang, all we have to do is talk about us fucking.
For sure.
My slut stories.
Can we take over all of
This will be every week.
Can we take over the babies?
I lost an erection. Yo, Daddy Gang, everybody out there that's losing erection in hotel rooms after drinking 20 Bud Lights, welcome to the club.
Yeah, dude. Try getting your horse hair fucking twisted, dude.
Yeah, you got long ass hair that your wife plays with. Daddy Gang.
Oh man.
All right, sick.
Yeah, we're
Good
done.
up.
We're good. Check out the live
Come to
one.
Texas. Come assassinate one of us in Texas,
True.
please,
That's
with a sword. You ever see
that-
that? A dude in I think it was Japan. There was a guy like giving a speech, and a guy assassinated him by like sprinting on stage with a sword.
That's fair game, dude.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. Where the fuck was the security at?
They were late. They were a second late. They were too late because he got jousted. Guy literally sprinted with a sword like into his side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Full like Ninja Gaiden run. Just was like.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're gonna assassinate one of us, please sword.
Yeah, I'd prefer sword. I don't know. A nice headshot would be.
Headshot would be desirable, genuinely, but a sword would be the.
Or I think a duel. Challenge me to a duel. Be a man about it. You know, you don't like what I'm up to. Hand me a pistol, dude. Let's go back to back. Obviously gonna cheat and shoot you.
Yeah. Little John Stockton there.
Oh yeah.
Little white chocolate. All right. Thank you very much for listening to our podcast.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. We're done.